This cheesecake with cottage cheese and shortbread crust is so good. The shortbread cheesecake crust makes it deliciously crumbly and buttery. Let me show you how easy it is to make this cottage cheesecake. Take 200 grams of unsalted butter from the fridge when it is still cold. Grate the butter using the large holes on your cheese grater. That helps make the cheesecake crust so more crumbly when it bakes. Next, add 400 grams of sieved all-purpose flour to the butter. Then, add 150 grams of sugar to the mixing bowl. Then, add 1 teaspoon of baking powder to the bowl. Next, add 1/3 teaspoon of vanilla sugar and a pinch of salt to the bowl. I like to use my hands to rub the mixture together until it looks like breadcrumbs. This takes a few minutes of working the butter into the dry ingredients with your fingertips. The warmth from your hands helps break down the butter just enough to mix with the flour. Next, we need 500 grams of full-fat cottage cheese. Put the cottage cheese in a separate bowl. Then add 150 grams of sugar and 1/3 teaspoon of vanilla sugar to it. Next, crack 4 eggs into the mixing bowl with the cottage cheese and sugar. The eggs help hold everything together and make the filling smooth. Use a food processor or an immersion blender, as I am doing here, and blend until the mixture is smooth. Blending gives you a better texture than stirring by hand would. You will need to blend this cheesecake filling for about 2 minutes. Next, take a 26 centimeters or 10-inch springform pan that is covered with parchment paper and pour in the shortbread mixture. Use about half of the mixture for the base and leave the rest to cover the top of the cheesecake. Press the shortbread crust down with your fingers, as you see me doing here. Make sure to bring the edges up a bit to form a small rim around the sides. Next, pour in all that creamy cottage cheese filling over the shortbread base. Spread it out evenly with a spatula or the back of a spoon. Make sure it reaches all the edges. Next, take the remaining shortbread mixture and sprinkle it evenly over the top of the cottage cheese filling. As you will see in a minute, this creates a beautiful crispy topping when baked. Gently smooth out the top with a spatula. And now your cheesecake is ready for the oven. Bake the cottage cheesecake in the preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 50 to 60 minutes until the top of the cake is golden brown and your kitchen smells absolutely amazing.
Yum.
Let the cheesecake cool for 30 minutes before removing the springform pan. This helps the cake firm up a bit, so it won't fall apart when you open the pan. This cottage cheese cheesecake is so good. The filling is soft and creamy and has just the right amount of sweetness. I love how the cottage cheese tastes in this cake. The cottage cheese gives it a slightly tangy flavor that you don't get in a regular cheesecake. The shortbread crust gets this nice golden crunch that breaks when you put your fork through it. If you like this delicious cottage cheesecake, then check out also this healthy oat cake with cottage cheese here. It is another great way to use cottage cheese in baking and makes a perfect breakfast or snack. Check it out now.